Delta is the only unit that I know of, especially in the Tier 1 side of the house, that when they recruit from everywhere.
They decide, you know what, we need to go out to all the military services, Marines, Navy, everybody, and give them an opportunity also, right? We need more bodies. We're not getting enough bodies. For example, one course, 100 candidates, of the 100 candidates that started, one got selected.
The requirements for selection are very high. There are huge demands on their physical capabilities.
You know, there's a vetting process, there's an assessment process. Every operator, every person is selected.
The unit has tryouts twice a year, right? So in the fall course and the spring course. And they have 100 candidates per class.
It's a hard physical course. I would argue it's probably the hardest physical course in the world, only in that they don't break you down, you break yourself down. And once your body's broken down, then all you got left is your brain.
What is it like when you first show up?
Day one, PT test, swim test, 18-mile rucksack march.
Holy shit.
And if you don't make the cut on any of them, you're gone.
And so what happens is you get there, they don't have a personal conversation with you, they don't talk to you, they don't smile, they don't frown at you. It's like robots.
There's no cadre factor in there. Like, there's none. It's you against the clock, and whatever the standard is what you're going against.
So you're literally going through Delta Force assessment selection by yourself. You're not going through with a group, you're not carrying logs, you're not rolling around in sand, you're not doing flutter kicks. It's day in, day out. It's just nothing but overland movement. You don't know what the time standards are. You don't know what the distances are. The only thing you get is do the best you can.
Land nav is just problem solving. What are all those lines on the map mean? How long is what's the best route that I should take from this point to the next point? Is it a straight line? Well, I don't know. What's the terrain between me and a straight line? There's a mountain between us. I don't know. Maybe I should go around it. Maybe I should go right up. How tall is that mountain? The problem solving in land nav is a very slow, methodical, yet you'll have to do it for a long time, always be right, and do it when you're tired.
It is not based off of your ability to work as a team. In fact, there's no team events. It's, do you have the grit, the discipline, and did you prepare prior to showing up to be successful?
You're pushing yourself, and then, somewhere deep into the course, you're physically just wrecked. You got blisters all over your feet, from walking in the rain and and wet jungle boots and walking through creeks and streams, walking up and down hills, your feet are sliding inside your boots, so your feet are like hamburger, your knees are shot, your legs are shot, your back is shot, everything's just shot, you're soaking wet every day, you're freezing, and physically you're just
Take the first step in understanding your leg pain. Meet with our vascular experts at MedStar Health.
just wrecked.
They're having an opportunity to see you make decisions. They're seeing you kind of weigh out the pros and the cons. And that's the first look. That's the first thing that they're looking for and assessing you on as an individual. How does this guy individually deal with adversity? How does this guy individually deal with ambiguity and difficulty and all these types of things and problem solving?
You don't really know where exactly you're going.
No. You might have 4 points one day, you might have 6 points the next day.
How long does this last?
6 days. And then on the 7th day, you do the 40-mile.
And it's at your heaviest weight, at your least amount of strength remaining, and you do the 40-mile hike.
And so I felt like I was doing pretty good. I turned some quick times, some really good times. I could do 18 miles with 45 pounds, combat boots after a 5-event physical fitness test, at night, with a weapon, no water. Water was included in the weight yet, and I could do 18 miles in 2 hours and 53 minutes. That's smoking, man. That's smoking.
And it's not like you do it fresh.
Yeah.
You're doing it at the end of selection. Like you've been losing weight and you've been gathering injuries, this whole time. Like, you very well may started out with a limp.
And so there comes a point where now physically you're just running on fumes, right? This is where guys break down. This is where guys quit. This is where guys fail. They don't make the time anymore. They got nothing left in the tank and they just can't make it over the finish line.
But of the 110 that started, 6 of us completed the selection process and 3 of us got selected.
I went to a selection with 150 dudes. Only 4 of us got selected. No shit. Only 4.
Doesn't matter how good you are at land nav and you can carry a rucksack for a month on end. That's going to be our starting point, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be a world-class hostage rescue operator. And now we know you're the type of person we want. Can you do the job?
You finish the stress phase, the physical portion of selection, and then you have the board.
You sit in front of a board of all the sergeant majors, all the commanders, all the shrinks, and you're in one chair in front of them on a little stage. They just go around the room and grill you and ask you questions. You go on a mission, and it's a no-fail mission, and you got a 6-man team, and on the way, and one guy freaks out. What do you do?
You're getting a lot of questions thrown at you, and they're to find out exactly who you are and what you're made of.
You're trying to be cool, but it's hard to be cool, even though all the sergeant majors and commanders and shrinks and everybody's standing in front of you, and I'm trying to keep my shit together. I just want to get out of that room and go out and scream somewhere,
We have assessed you and feel like you are the correct raw material to become a Delta operator. Now we want to train you and evaluate you to see if in fact you can become a functional member of the unit, a Delta operator.
How long is the training course?
It's about 6 months of, we're very heavily focused in marksmanship and a close quarters battle.
Now, when you're in the operator training course, they're seeing, how does this guy fit into the team? How does this guy understand how these are the plays we run, and this is how we run the plays, and you need to run them the way we run them.
I was shocked at how much training every single aspect took, from infill to exfil method. It's an unbelievable amount of time to get to the level of skill that you need to execute a special operations mission.
You're fast roping in at night, door charges, flashbangs, live people. You have live bad guys, you gotta shoot past them.
It's the most complex of all combat-related environments. You've got stuff going on in different rooms, you've got people coming from different angles, you've got stuff overhead, you've got stuff in your ears, you've got flashbangs, you've got door charges. It's just so many things going on at one time.
There were times we had robots, that you had to shoot. You had chickens and balloons and loud music and strobe lights. You're with 4 of the guys on your team and you're shooting stuff that's running past you, and you got to make sure that you don't miss or get a through and through shot and hit your partner over here. And so you had to always have situation awareness. You had to know where the rest of your team was at. This is one room so far. We still got to go in other rooms.
Defy aging science with a serum that does it all. New Serum Le Duo by L'Oreal Paris. 2 serums in 1 pump. Collagen peptide.
My friends who were ahead of me had just graduated SEER, and hey, for some of these stories they hear, like breaking fingers and knocking you out and punching you, and how bad can they torture you? All that's not true. They can't break your fingers. They can only open hand hit you. They can't punch you. And I remember going, oh really? You're gonna slap me and think I'm gonna break? So I go into SEER school, and we're finally going to Camp Slappy, which is the end of SEER school. And